Good morning, Church at Liberty Park. Today we're on Matthew chapter 10, and let's zone in on verse 34 through 39. So, what does Jesus mean when he says, "Do not think I have come to bring peace to the earth"? Because we know that God restores us to a right relationship with Him through faith in Jesus, and as a result, we have peace with God and peace with one another. I think of Romans 5:1 that says, "Therefore, since we have been justified by faith, we have peace with God through our Lord Jesus Christ." And in fact, Jesus himself is called the Prince of Peace. In the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus calls his kingdom citizens to be peacemakers. So, what is going on here in this passage? The main point in this passage is that Jesus demands our ultimate allegiance, that we would love, value, and treasure Jesus more than anything else in this life, including our family. So, how does Jesus bring division? Well, let's say you have one person in the family that puts Jesus above everything else, but another person in the family has family or something else as their top priority. Well, you can see how that will cause division between those two people. One common way to view family in our culture is that family promises to give us everything we really want, and because of this, we can put our hope more in our family than we do in God. To try to illustrate this, let me share a story with you. So yesterday, Anna's mom and grandmother, they came down to visit her and Lydia. And her mom and grandmother were not able to get to our house as early as they had originally planned and thought. So Anna got to see them some, but not as long as she thought that she was going to be able to. And this is just an example of if our hope is in our family, then even in really good families, we will be let down, and we ourselves will let down our family sometimes. So God's good design for the family is that it is a good and necessary and foundational thing, but not ultimate. Only Jesus can satisfy the deepest longings of our hearts. That He is the bread of life and He is the living water. So also, it needs to be said that not only can we love our families too much, but we can also love our family too little, and we see this in our culture as well. Jesus, He leads us to love our families well, but not to love our family as ultimate. He helps us love our family wisely in a way that is best for us and most glorifying to God. And finally, let's rejoice in the fact that Jesus is building a new family, the family of God, the church. And we enter Jesus' family through repenting of our sin and trusting Jesus in His perfect life, His death on the cross, and His resurrection from the grave, and following Him with our lives as we submit every area of our lives under His rule and reign. So I hope you enjoy Matthew chapter 10 today.